Edius is famously flexible in its approach to editing. You can edit pretty much any way you like. If you want to use track patching and keyboard shortcuts, that's fine. If you prefer the mouse, that's fine. And there are a lot of keyboard shortcuts that aren't mapped by default when you first install the software, and you can enable them and you can have Edius work pretty much like any other nonlinear editing system if that's your preference. And in Edius 6.5 we've got just a little extra feature under the user settings here that enables you to see not just clip thumbnails at the beginning or the end, the in or the out of the clip, or the in and the out, which is the default I've got here. There's a first frame there and a last frame on my clips, but also all the way through. Now, I just want to highlight this new feature because there's just an interesting twist in the way it works. I'm going to click OK here, and right away you'll see all the way through I'm getting these thumbnails. But notice how long it's taking to draw them. Now, I'm just going to resize a little bit here and pull down my interface, perhaps not as much as that. Let's just click and resize. Yeah, about there, I think. So notice if I zoom out, the first time these thumbnails are drawn, it takes a little bit of time. If I zoom back in a little bit, you'll notice that it does not. I'll just zoom in again one. There we go. It takes a moment to update the thumbnails. Zoom back out, zoom back in, no time at all. So the first time Edius draws these thumbnails for you, it is going to take a little bit of time. But it's a one-off. Once they're there, it's very, very quick to navigate the timeline. If I just zoom in a little bit, I'm pressing Control and the plus key on my numerical keypad there, or I can just zoom in a little here, I suppose. You see, there it is again. And if I resize this very small, you can see it takes quite a long time for it to draw these thumbnails. This is not going to have any impact on video editing generally, and it's, as I say, quick once Edius has had the time to draw the thumbnails once. But it does take up a bit more memory on your machine. And if you're working on a high-powered machine as I am here, that's absolutely fine. You're not going to notice any impact on performance. But if, for example, you're editing on a lower-powered machine, maybe a low-spec laptop, good for portability, not so great for real-time performance, you might find that you start to notice a little bit of a hit to performance simply because of the extra memory required to manage these extra images. So that's the new All option under the user settings. Here we go, over under the clip thumbnail section. And of course, this being a user setting, it's going to apply to any projects that you open on the machine where you're using this user profile.